Hello darlings, I am Cassandra. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, the Jungle Beauty Goddesses are going to answer the question, do I love myself? Do you love yourself, or are you pretending to love yourself? We live in a world where if we have positive feelings about ourselves, people think that we are cocky or arrogant or conceited. The world wants to validate us, but they do not want us to validate ourselves. So a lot of times people say, but you just need to love yourself. But we don't even know what that looks like. What does it look like? Do you love yourself? Well, we're going to see what the Jungle Beauty Goddesses. For those of you who are new to my channel, the Jungle Beauty Goddesses are cloth dolls that I created who are the main characters in my science fiction book series. I have created my tarot cards based off of each doll's personality and aligned it with the elements, the chakras, Feng Shui, the days of the week, and other aspects of the human personality. Thank you so much for watching. How do you validate and love yourself in a world that only values external validation from other people? The Jungle Beauty Goddesses are answering the question, do you love yourself? You are witnessing the actual shuffling of the deck for the question, do you love yourself? I never reshuffle the deck because I trust the universe to provide us with the information that is most beneficial for the collective consciousness. I'd like for you to participate in a brief meditation. Take in a breath to the count of 3, hold it to the count of 3, and blow it out to the count of 3. I call on forces higher than I to unleash the wisdom I hold inside. Let this message be compassionate and true to show someone what they must do. Tap into the infinite wisdom of your own inner guide. Ask it to reveal to you what is hidden deep inside. Take what you need and ignore what doesn't apply by selecting the color of the right butterfly. Listen to the whispers of your own inner voice and let it help you make the true butterfly choice with the lessons and insights that will help you grow and lead you in the direction that you choose to go. Let's see what the Jungle Beauty Goddesses have to say to help someone find their way. If you selected the pink butterfly, this reading is for you. Hello darling, if you chose the pink butterfly, then this reading is for you. First, I'm going to go over the cards and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. First, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says, let me get her in focus here. Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari represents the heart chakra and our ability to feel compassion and love for ourselves. She says, whatever the question, love is the answer. The next card we have in this read is from Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara and me, which is really new. And this card says, plant seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. Hope this makes sense to you. And then we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari again, who represents the heart chakra. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says, let me pull her into focus here. It is impossible for someone to love you more than you love yourself. And then the last card that we have for this particular spread is from Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, who represents the root chakra, the earth element. Her day of the week is Thursday, which deals with money and finances. She says, create your place in the world by doing what brings you joy. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara is saying, create your place in the world by doing what brings you joy. My collective intuition about this particular hand is that you are a person who do not know who you are and why you're here and what you want to accomplish in this lifetime. And I'm not going to say you don't love yourself. I'm just going to say you don't know yourself. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. You don't know why you're here. Yeah, this is what this hand is saying to me. So we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, who represents our heart chakra, which this is a really good hand, by the way, because we're talking about love. Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari represents love. So it means that the cards are resonating with the energy of what we're asking. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari is saying to you, she says, it is impossible for someone to love you more than you love yourself. Well, it's like it would be very difficult for you to be in a relationship with someone, or if you are in a relationship, maybe, listen guys, there is always a part of me that wants to monitor, or what's the word we're looking for? I want to censor what I'm saying because it feels like I'm being preachy or mean, and I don't ever want to be mean, and I want you to leave this channel feeling inspired. You know what I mean? And when I start censoring what's coming down, then I start losing all of my thoughts. So let me just go ahead and be real honest, and I'll be gentle, but I need to be honest so that I don't lose the connection. What my spirit is telling me is that because you don't know who you are and what you want out of life, what you truly want, then it is very difficult for you to not only love yourself, but difficult for you to find healthy and meaningful and rich relationships as well. So you might be the kind of person who is either, if you have relationships, they don't tend to last long, or you have long periods of time between relationships. But the issue is not the relationship, is not the other person. The issue is that you don't know who you are and you don't know what you want. So it is impossible for someone to love you more than you love yourself. So and I'm going to say that self-love, in my definition, is going to be self-acceptance and self-expression. So when you accept yourself for who you are, and then you are expressing your authentic truth to others, this is, to me, real self-love. So one is, I think you don't, so I'm not going to say you don't love yourself. I'm going to say you don't know yourself. You don't know what it is you want. And then you also have Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, who represents the root chakra. She represents our ability to feel safe and secure in the world, to make money, to be prosperous, our health, our physical body, our mission on the planet, our connection to the community and family. And what her message to you is, create your place in the world by doing something that brings you joy. So again, it goes back to my big picture collective reading, which was, it's not that you don't love yourself, you don't know yourself, you don't know who you are, you don't know why you're here, you haven't pulled it all together yet. So basically, until you can figure out what it is that you really love and what you really want to accomplish in this life, it's going to be difficult for you to really love yourself and for other people to love you as well. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari again, and Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says to you, let me pull her in focus here, she says, whatever the question, love is the answer. Now what this card means in this particular reading to me is that The best way to find out why you're here on this planet, to discover who you are and what you like and what you enjoy and what you want to achieve in this life, is that if you love it, that's the answer. Now, a lot of times people feel like, well, I want to select a career where I'm making a lot of money, but they hate the field. Like, I've had people say to me, oh, I want to, do XYZ because it pays this amount. They start their conversation off with telling me how much a job pays, even though they don't want to do that with their life. And that's not the way you start. And I know a lot of times people will say, well, yes, you might want to, be work in a circus as a clown, but how much is that going to pay? Well, I think that you start off thinking about what is it that you truly love to do. Because whatever you love to do, I personally believe you can find a way to make money. There are people who are nannies who are paid extremely well. You can decide what your clientele will look like. Let's just say you like playing the guitar. You can start an after-school program, and come up with some type of grant proposal and receive money to teach people how to play the guitar. So I'm going to tell you, don't start tailoring your ideas in terms of, oh, this doesn't pay, that doesn't pay. No, start with, what do I love? And if you don't know what you love, get out there and say, okay, let me try to get a job at a bakery and let me see what it feels like. And I've had so many jobs and I quit on the first day job. Go into the world and say, I am on a journey of self-discovery to figure out what it is that you really want to do. Because when you figure out what you love to do, this is your connection to self-love. And when you love yourself, and when I say love yourself, when you accept yourself and you're expressing yourself, this makes you extremely charismatic and fun and interesting to be around to other people. And then you also have a card that has Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib and Katara. And it says, plant seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. So seeds that will bear the fruit of your soul are seeds that show who you really, really are. Are you a dancer? Are you a singer? Are you a writer? Do you like to make videos? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to start a business? This hand is a really good hand. But this hand is saying, please figure out who you are so that you can love, how do I say this? It's very difficult to love yourself when you don't even know who you are as a person and what you enjoy and what you want to accomplish. And does that make sense what I'm saying? So this is a hand of figure out who you are, right? Nobody is ever going to love you more than you love yourself. And you can't even love yourself if you don't even know who you are. The best way to figure out what it is you love that you want to, the best way to figure out what you want to do is to start with love. If you love it, I don't care if it's sweeping carpet or creating ant farms. If you love it, that's where you want to start. Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara is telling you to create your place in the world by doing things that bring you joy. And you also have a card that says plant seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. Figure out who you are and share this self-expression with the world. If this reading does not make you feel some kind of way, give you goosebumps, or resonate with you, then perhaps this was not the reading for you, because it is a collective reading. However, you may know someone who would benefit from this information. So please do not forget to like and subscribe. If you have a question for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses for a general reading, please leave it in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. If you selected the blue butterfly, this reading is for you. Hello, darling. If you selected the blue butterfly, then this reading is for you. First, I'm going to go over each card, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this hand. So first we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, who says, in between the words, therein lies the truth. Okay. Next we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, who represents the root chakra. And her message to you is, let me pull her up. You are born to succeed. This is a good hand, huh? Next we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, who represents the heart chakra. And her card says, let me get it in focus here. Do what you love and become who you are meant to be. Do what you love and become who you are meant to be. This is a good hand. And lastly, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chauby. And her message to you, she represents our solar plexus, our third chakra. And she says, be your own hero. So now I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this hand. You know what I want to tell you? You need to stop. I'm having a hot flash. I've never had a hand. You need to stop. You know what, dude? You need to stop. You need to stop playing. You need to stop playing with yourself. You need to stop lying to yourself. You need to stop giving yourself giving yourself excuses for not succeeding, for not being productive, for not being all that you can be. You are a person who is extremely talented, extremely smart. But for some reason, you procrastinate. You aren't fully realizing your potential. So, and you know what I think? This is what I think. Okay, first let me just go over the cards a little bit again. So we went over the basic, here are the cards. We have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, who represents our throat chakra, our ability to see the truth, hear the truth, recognize the truth, communicate with others, be in alignment with our own truth, express our own truth, right? And Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara says, in between the words, therein lies the truth. Get this in focus here. This card says to me that you are lying to yourself. You are a person that, I don't know who I'm talking to, child, but I'm just going to speak the truth. You are a person who is dropped. Maybe if you take classes, you don't completely apply yourself. You could be a superstar. You are a superstar. You are a superstar. You're a superstar. But guess what? You are afraid to shine. You know why you're afraid to shine? Because you know that once you start shining, you're going to leave everybody behind. Yep. And guess what? And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that's not going to happen. Because it is going to happen. You're going to lose friends. Relationships are going to change. People are going to see you differently. You're going to, yes. And you are afraid of that. You are afraid of your truth. You are afraid of your power. You are afraid to do what you came to this planet to do. And you need to stop lying to yourself. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. And then we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chauby. She's telling you she represents the third chakra, our power center, our place, the chakra responsible for our self-worth, our self-esteem, our courage. She says, be your own hero. Now, when you have be your own hero, it means that, you need to stop, looking up to other people. I really don't want to tell stories about myself, but I have to tell a little bit about this story. Just a teensy little bit. I feel like there was a whole big portion of my life where I kept thinking that, one day Oprah's going to call. And when you're thinking somebody is going to come and save you, you don't fully express who you are. So if I'm thinking that, oh my God, one day Oprah's going to call, or somebody's going to call and somebody's going to read my book and somebody's going to make me successful, then I would be afraid to do tarot card readings. I would be afraid to truly express myself because I don't want to turn her off just in case she might call. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're not being authentic when you're looking for somebody to come and save you. So I'm going to say to you, first off, be your own hero. You don't need somebody to save you. You don't need somebody to publish your book because there are so many independent publishers now. You don't need somebody to create your videos. People have YouTube. Right? There's a camera on your computer. There's a camera on your phone. There is absolutely no reason for you not to rise to the occasion and share your gifts with the world. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari who says, do what you love and become who you are meant to be. Okay? You know what it is. You know how smart you are. You know how gifted you are. You know how talented you are. But you need to stop playing, y'all. And you know what else you have? You have this card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara. Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara represents our root chakra, our abundance, prosperity, our connection to the planet, our mission, our family, our community. Her day is Thursday, the day of finances and money, child. And guess what she's asked to you? You are born to succeed. You are born to succeed. Listen, I have 178 cards, okay? And you selected a reading that says you are born to succeed, be your own hero, do what you love, and become who you are meant to be. And you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara who says, in between the words, therein lies the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself you're going to go back to school, you're going to start a business, you're going to start a YouTube channel, you're going to write a book. Stop. Just stop it. Get it together. Do you love yourself? You're afraid. You're afraid to love yourself. You are afraid because if you're afraid that if you really love yourself, and I consider loving yourself self-expression and self-acceptance, that you won't have the love from the other people in your life. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times when we start loving ourselves, we do lose the people who are in our life. And, like maybe, you're going to be busy. You won't have time to talk or hang out or, you understand? So, yes, that's going to change. But you know who you're going to really fall in love with? You. Because when you go to bed at night, you're going to have that giggly feeling of like, oh my God, I can't believe I wrote a chapter. Oh my God, I can't believe I made a video. Oh my God, I can't believe I got an A on my test. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to fall in love with yourself because you're going to be living your life authentically, richly, on purpose. And you're going to feel so good about yourself. And you're going to substitute that love that and admiration that you were getting from other people, but it's going to come from you. So I'm going to tell you, stop playing. Stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop saying to go back to school. Stop not doing well in your classes or doing well in your job or going from job to job or not applying for that promotion. Let me see, can I get this card and focus better? I need you to stop. I need you to stop and get it together. So I hope this helps. I hope you're not mad at me. If this video did not resonate with you, give you goosebumps, or make you feel some kind of way, then perhaps this was not the reading for you, because this is a collective reading. However, you may know someone who would benefit from this content. If you have a question for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, please leave it in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. If you selected the red butterfly, this reading is for you. darling, if you selected the red butterfly, then this reading is for you. First, I'm going to go over the cards, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. So first we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar says, pretend you know what you are doing, and soon you will. Next, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, who represents the body and our root chakra, our ability to feel safe. Her day of the week is Thursday. She says, let me get this card in focus. Your highest and best self is your only competition. Oh, I really love this. And then we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara represents our mind, our throat chakra, our ability to communicate our truth, to recognize truth, our ability to listen, to speak. And she says, gather information with an open mind. Lastly, for this hand, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, who represents the heart chakra. And she says, love multiplies when you give it away. Now, my collective intuition for this particular hand is that you are a person who is really hard on yourself. That you are a perfectionist. You are very critical of yourself. I don't know if maybe when you were a kid, you had parents who were just very, get it right. You better, you couldn't use the wrong fork. All I know is that my spirit is telling me that you are just really hard on yourself. You're a perfectionist, and I don't want to say you don't love yourself. It's not that you don't love yourself. You're just really hard on yourself. And it's almost like you feel that if you were perfect, then you would be lovable. And then you could love yourself, and then other people could love you as well. And because you have this desire to be perfect, this is crippling you. Not almost, this is crippling you from your full expression by utilizing your talents, your skills, your abilities. You may be a person who could make more money, should go for a promotion, maybe go back to school, start a business, start a YouTube channel, but you aren't fully expressing yourself because you are so worried about making mistakes. And because you're worried about making mistakes, that you're not good enough, that you're not perfect enough, this is holding you back from realizing your dreams and your full potential. That is my collective understanding from this particular hand. Now, I want to give you some advice. First of all, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara, who represents the root chakra, our ability to feel safe and secure in the world, to make money, to live abundantly. Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara says, your highest and best self, let me get her in focus here. Your highest and best self is your only competition. Listen, you don't need to be perfect, darling. The only competition you have is you. This is one of the greatest lessons I feel that every human needs to understand. The reason that your highest and best self is your only competition is because there's only one you. And if you can just, you're just trying to do your best. Once you've done your best, that's all you need to do. You don't have to worry about what other people think, or if this let me tell you, before I started really uploading videos to my channel, I used to look at other people's channels, and then I wouldn't want to upload a video because I would feel like, well, my lighting isn't good. I don't have the skill set. I don't have fancy equipment. I would just go through all of the things that I don't have, and I would say, I'm not perky on camera. I don't have a good personality. I mean, oh my God, when I finish watching everybody else's YouTube videos, I don't want to make a video. You see what I'm saying? But when I look at my own videos, I can see where I'm growing as a person, how I'm getting better with my editing. You understand what I'm saying? See, the only competition you ever have is with yourself. And all you need to do is be true to yourself and, and do your best. That's all you need to do, is worry about you. Stay in your lane, mind your business, do your thing. That's all you need to do. But when you criticize yourself, like I may look at a video and think, I can't believe my hair was out of place. Like, oh my God. When you put yourself down and you criticize yourself a lot, it's really hard for you to grow. And then you have this card from Jungle Beauty Goddess of Fire, who represents our third eye. The part of us is responsible for our wisdom and our imagination and being innovative and being creative and coming up with new ideas. Jungle Beauty Goddess of Fire, she says, pretend you know what you're doing, and soon you will. You see? That's oh my God. This could not be a better hint. What did I just say? Look, your highest and best self is your only competition, right? So if you're doing your best, there's absolutely nobody else you need to worry about. And then Jungle Beauty Goddess of Fire says, pretend you know what you're doing, and soon you will. Child, doesn't this make sense? When I first started making these videos, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to speed things up. I didn't know how to add music. You understand what I'm saying? So I just pretended that I knew what I was doing. And then over time, videos are getting better, and I still have room for so much more improvement. But there are other things in my life, like when I first started school. So listen, get off your back. Stop putting yourself down. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop being a perfectionist. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to be loved by anyone. And if someone thinks that you need to be perfect, then they're not the person for you, honey. You just need to do your best. Jump in and live boldly. Okay? You also have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, who represents our ability to communicate. She says, gather information with an open mind. Now, what this means is, look, when you are looking to, let's say you want to go back to school, maybe you have in your mind, well, if I can't get my degree from this type of school, then I'm not going to go. That plays right back into that perfectionist that you have. That I got to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. I have to be the best. I have to be number one. I have to do, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to go to Harvard. You might want to go to an online school, right? You need to start where you are, with what you have, with the skill set. When we say gather information with an open mind, this means that I think the universe is telling you to let go of all of these high expectations for yourself. Oh, if I can't be the best, I'm not going to do it. No, you don't. You are the best. You are the best you on the planet, right? You are already the best, child. All you want to do now is accept yourself and express your truth. And I feel that when we accept and love ourselves completely and wholly just the way we are, and then we're able to express our truth, and then I think this is when we can inspire other people, and this is what brings about changes in the world, positive changes in the world, to help everybody live a full and rich life. You also have a card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says, love multiplies when you give it away. So what this means is, when you fall in love with yourself, darling, with your flaws and your imperfection, your warts, and all the real you, guess what? People are just going to rush to you. Rush. I really feel that but you can't give something away when you are, you know what just popped into my head is that you're working on something. Let's say you are trying to sculpt something and the world wants to see this sculpture, right? but you're so afraid that it's not good enough to share with the world, so you just keep it hidden all the time. But the thing is, when you finally reveal the sculpture, even with its imperfections and its flaws and its nicks, that's when people are going to fall in love with you. People are going to fall in love with you when you're able to share your imperfections, your flaws, the real you, the authentic you, right? So you need to let go. You need to stop criticizing yourself. You need to stop trying to be a perfectionist. Yes. And you need to let go of your expectations. You don't need to be the best person in the art class. You don't need to have the best YouTube video or be the best. You just need to be the best you need. That's all you need, is to be the best you that you can be. That's all you owe the world. But you can't be that as long as you are expecting perfection from yourself, as long as you are criticizing yourself, as long as you are putting yourself down. So the thing that I want you to remember from this more than anything, okay, Katara, she says, your highest and best self is your only competition. Do you understand that? When you are doing your absolute best, I mean, who else? Nobody can touch you, child. Pretend you know what you're doing. And soon you will. Let go of your expectations of how things are supposed to be. Or you can't, if you can't have the best car, if you can't do it better than everybody else, if you can't go to no, let it go. Who cares? Who cares? You don't need to take 50 classes before you sculpt or before you paint. Or, also another thing that just popped into my head is that you're the type of person, you're always at a seminar how to write. There are people who love to go to workshops and seminars, and they're always like, oh my God, if I could because I want to be the best. So I'm going to learn everything I can. And they spend all this time soaking in all this information. But when you look at their work, it is nowhere near as good as it could be. Do you know people like that? Who they just, because they're trying to be perfect and because they feel like they don't know enough, that they never really reach their full potential. But you know what? Life has taught me one lesson that you're going to hear me repeat. You cannot think it through. You have to do it through. That means that I don't care how many workshops you take, I don't care how many classes you take, you're not going to grow and evolve and become better at anything unless you are absolutely doing it, unless you are in the trenches making it happen, putting up those bad videos, showing the world those pictures where you are not if you're not a good painter yet. I don't care what it is, baking those cupcakes and maybe they're not perfect yet, but you have to do it through, not think it through. And so because you're so busy, keep thinking just one more class, one more seminar, one more workshop, and then I'm going to be perfect, and then the world's going to love me. No, child. You know what? The world is going to love you when you fall in love with yourself. Get off your back. Stop putting yourself down. Stop being a perfectionist. Stop criticizing yourself. And then I'm going to tell you one more thing. People find it inspirational to watch someone grow. You don't need to hide your art. When I say your art, I mean whatever that little dream is that you're afraid to show everybody because it's never good enough. The world wants to come along on that ride. If you look at anybody's album, if you look at any artist and you look at what they created when they first came out and what they're creating now, you're going to see a big leap in improvement. But they could not have improved unless they actually did it. They had to do it, right? They had to come out, look foolish, make it happen. So that's my advice to you. Stop putting yourself down. Stop being afraid. Come on out here. Show us your warts. Do your thing. And one day, one day the world's going to love you. No, we're going to love you now. And we're going to love you even more when we can watch you progress and grow. Okay? Because the only competition you have is you. That's it. Nobody, you're the best you that you can be. I hope you like this video. If this video did not resonate with you, give you goosebumps, or make you feel some kind of way, then perhaps this was not the message for you, because this is a general reading. However, you may know someone who will find value in this content. If you have a question for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, please leave it in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you selected the purple lavender butterfly, this reading is for you. Selected the lavender purple butterfly, then this reading is for you. First, I'm going to go over the cards individually, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. First, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, who represents the sacral chakra, the chakra that is responsible for our ability to feel pleasure and joy. She says, be unpredictable. Her day of the week is Monday, by the way. Next, we have Jungle Beauty Goddess of Fire, who represents our third eye, our ability to be innovative and creative and to come up with new ideas. She says, no one can be a better you than you. Ooh. Next, we have a card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib and Katara. It says, plant seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. And lastly, for this particular spread, we have a card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says to you, never apologize for loving with all your heart. So the question is, do you love yourself? Now, my collective intuition says that I don't know if you love yourself, but you compare yourself to other people and you want to be like other people, and you are, but in order for you to really love yourself, you need to accept yourself the way you are. Like I don't know, like I'm just getting the feeling that, you know how sometimes somebody else is on a diet, so we want to be on a diet. Somebody else is majoring in math, so we want to major in math. Or we want to get a job because they're, whatever, we don't really have an idea about who it is we want to be or what we want to look like or how we truly feel. We're just following the pack, so to speak. Now, I'm going to say that with this card from Jungle Beauty Goddess of Fire, who says, no one can be a better you than you. I feel like this card is saying that you need to tap into what is unique about you. You need to love yourself. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai also. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai says be unpredictable, which means that you need to figure out, like, what are the things that bring you joy? Like, who are you? Do you love your body? Do you love you laugh? Do you love your hair? Do you love you? I mean, like, honestly and truthfully, I guess you're saying, this is what I'm listening to this particular reading. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are a unique person, and you need to fall in love with yourself, and you don't need to apologize. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. She says, never apologize for loving with all your heart. You don't need to apologize for your thick thighs or your skinny thighs or you don't need to. You need to love yourself and figure out what it is you want to do and get busy doing it. You have a card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara in the meme that says, plant the seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. Do you know why you came to this planet? What you came here? Do you know why you signed up for this mission to planet Earth? Now, I just want to use this example. I don't know if you've heard of Cameron J, or this person who does this. This is male who does these Starkeisha type YouTube videos that, oh my God, he has this song that he wrote called Baby Mama Dance. And the thing I love about him, I just discovered him literally, I think last week. What I love about him is that I'm quite sure he is so talented, but he has these thick thighs, okay? He's a guy. Can you imagine people, but instead of him being ashamed of those thighs, he has this alter ego character. Her name is Starkeisha, and he's making, I don't know, like, he is expressing himself to the nth degree. And I feel like when you truly love yourself, you accept your thick thighs or your hair or your skin color. Like, you get to a point in your life where what other people may think are flaws, you feel like, this is who I am, darling, and you show it off and you flaunt it. And I think that when you truly accept yourself, when I say accept yourself, I mean accept the fact that sometimes you might mispronounce words. I know I mispronounce words all the time. I don't care. Like, you stop trying to look like everybody else. Stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to fit in. Maybe this reading is not for you, but this reading is for somebody, and I'm just going to be honest. Stop trying to be this cookie cutter person that everybody else finds attractive, that everybody else likes. You need to figure out, really, be the nerd that you are, child. Be if you like playing jacks, play jacks. If you want to go outside and, play with kites, or I don't know what people do, or play video games, but I feel like you really need to get in contact. When I say get in contact, I mean, I would like for you to take a moment and truly think about, what do you love to do? What TV shows do you like? What books do you like to read? What was your fantasy about life when you were a young child? Like if you were not influenced by other people, what job, what activities, what would you like? Would you have blue hair? Those are the things that I really want you to think about. So I'm just going to say that when you finally accept yourself, you're going to learn, as Jungle Beauty Goddess Safari is saying, no one can be a better you than you. You got that in the bag. You understand that? You got that in the bag. Nobody is going to ever top you when you are truly being honest and living an authentic life. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, who says to you, be unpredictable. Be unpredictable, child. Get some pink hair, some purple hair. Go do something different. Paint a picture. And if you don't paint, write a poem. Sing a song. Be unpredictable. Do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, because when you are able to step outside of your comfort zone, this is where you're going to find pieces of the puzzle to who you really are. Okay? And then once you find these puzzles, these little pieces of who you are, who you truly are, you want to plant these seeds that bear the fruit of your soul. Now these seeds are going to bring you prosperity, bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring you a mate, bring you whatever you want. But you need to really figure out how to accept yourself exactly as you are. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari who says, never apologize for loving with all your heart. Listen, there is something that you love, and you don't need to be ashamed. You don't need to be ashamed of who you really are. Be true to yourself. The other thing is, who would you be if there was no plastic surgery, you couldn't go on diet, if you weren't concerned about, I'm not saying that you are, but if there were no concerns about your physical appearance or what other people thought, what would you do? What would you do with your life? Who would you be? Who are you on the inside? What would you do with your life if someone told you that no matter what you decide to do, you will absolutely be successful? What would you do then? Because I think this is where your mind needs to be. And I think what really concerns me about this particular card, and it's not concerning, but it says, Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar says, no one can be a better you than you. That gives me the feeling that you are comparing yourself to other people, and this is preventing you from loving yourself completely and fully the way you deserve to be loved. Does that make sense? I really hope this helps. If this video does not make you feel some kind of way, give you goosebumps, or resonate with your spirit, then perhaps this was not the video for you, because this is a collective reading. However, you may know someone who would benefit from this content. So please do not forget to like and subscribe. If you have a question for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, please leave it in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching.